Yo, what's up, Team Sikovit? It's Patrick, and this is a guide to dealing with Scabaras. On screen right now are the requirements, items needed, and rewards for this quest. There are just two things I want to talk about on here. The first item on the list, the dung, is untradeable, and if you don't know where to get that, I'll show you right after I'm done with this. To get the dung, though, you need an item called the red hot sauce, which is also untradeable. Check your bank for that. If you don't have it, then leave a free inventory space for it, and I'll show you how to get that as well. And you're going to need a bucket to hold the dung. The next thing I want to talk about is the Pharaohs Scepter. It's a recommended item, not one that you actually need, but it does help you get around in this quest a lot. If you do choose to bring this, you're going to have to recharge it twice because there's only 3 charges on it, and you're going to be using it more than that. So you need to bring the stuff to recharge it, which is written for you on screen. I highly recommend the jeweled golden scarab above all the other items. I'll tell you when in the quest you should recharge it. If done correctly, you only need 6 charges. I also presented some alternatives to Pharaohs Scepter below that, but they're not as fast. To get the dung from the item list, go to the building in Pharaohs, circle in yellow on this map. So first off, you're going to need the red hot sauce. Talk to Ali the kebab seller and select the chat options written on screen to get it. Now to get the dung, once you have the red hot sauce, go to the camel pen to southwest, use red hot sauce on the trough, wait for the camel to eat it, and for the dung to appear on the floor. When the dung does appear, just use your bucket on it. To start the quest, go to the building circle in yellow on this map. Fastest way to get there would be to use your Pharaohs Scepter to teleport to Pyramid Plunder, which is the first option on it. It'll take you to the building circle in green. Just exit and go south. You can also take a magic carpet from Pharaohs to Zolfinem, or use the Metaphors lodestone if you have that unlocked, and go through the bridge to the east of it. At the bridge in Metaphors, you have to talk to the guard in the middle to get through. Talk to the high priest and ask him what news. Climb up the ladder and go through the conversation and cutscene. Talk to Mesa and ask why you're here. When you get the second set of chat options, you can just close out the conversation. Talk to the high priest again. Go to the area circle in yellow on this map. If you're using a Pharaohs Scepter, the second teleport option on it will take you to the area circled in green. The nearby green arrow is a shortcut that has a rope you can climb up, but it has to be unlocked for you to use it. If you don't see a rope there, it means you don't have it unlocked yet, and you just have to go the other way around. Talk to the lead archaeologist, Abigail, and say I've had dealings with this sort before. Feel free to test me, and make sure you read the conversation carefully to answer random math questions. The questions and answers are different for everyone, so I can't give you the answers, and that's why you need to read the conversation carefully. Talk to lead archaeologist Abigail again to get a crate. Now, about that shortcut I was talking about before. To unlock it, go northwest, climb over the low wall, and use the rope on this rock. Okay, if you do not have a Pharaohs Scepter, just climb down from the rope shortcut you just unlocked. If you do have a Pharaohs Scepter, it should only have 1 charge left. Get whatever you need from the bank to recharge it, unless you already have it, and use the Pharaohs Scepter to teleport to Pyramid Plunder, which is the first option on it. Right-click the Guardian Mummy at Pyramid Plunder, choose a Recharge Scepter, and select the chat option for whatever artifact you're using to recharge it. Be sure not to use the 10 gold artifacts you need for the actual quests unless you're going to get more. go to the area circled in yellow on this map. If you use the shortcut, you can just head a bit west to get there. If you have a Pharaohs Scepter, you can use it to teleport to the Agility Pyramid, which is the second option on it. Talk to Simon Templeton and select the chat options right on screen. He should have asked you for a certain amount of specific bronze items, but the amount and actual items are different for everyone, which is why it wasn't on the item list. To see what items you need and how many, you have to check your quest log. After seeing what it is, go get those items. After getting the bronze items, go back to the area circled in yellow on this map. The fastest way to get there would be to teleport using Pharaohs Scepter. The Agility Pyramid is the second option on it. You can also take a magic carpet from Povnich to Sophanem, or use the Manifold Lodestone if you have that unlocked and go through the bridge east of it. At the bridge, you have to talk to the middle guard at the bridge to get through. When you're back here, now this part is very important because you have to be standing in this desert. While you're standing in this desert, use the dung on each of the bronze items to make them oxidize, then use the oxidized items on the crate. Now you have to do the Agility Pyramid to get a pyramid top. If you've never done this before, let me explain to you real quick. You basically move around the pyramid, completing a series of obstacles. The obstacles are pretty self-explanatory. Watch out for the blocks that occasionally come out of the wall, or else you get pushed off if you step in front of it. That's really the only thing you have to pay attention of. When you make a full lap around the pyramid, you have to climb up the stairs to get to next level and make a full lap again. And you just keep doing this until you reach the top. Now, when you reach the very top level, the first thing you need to do is climb the climbing rocks on the wall, which has the pyramid top on it. There's only one wall when you get up there, so you'll see it. And that's how you get the pyramid top. But then you have to complete that last level, like that last lap, by going around one last time and entering the doorway to get back to the bottom. You can fail obstacles, by the way, which will knock you down to a previous lower level. Technically, you could fall all the way down after getting the pyramid top, but there's an agility XP bonus if you actually finish it, and you have to actually finish it for another pyramid top to spawn if you're trying to do this again in the future. Once you finish the Agility Pyramid, talk to Simon Templeton and select the chat options right on screen to get a receipt. Go east to the rope shortcut if you unlocked it like I told you earlier. If not, you're going to have to go the long way around like you did before. Climb up the rope, then climb over the low wall. Talk to lead archaeologist Abigail for a book. Kill the creatures around the area until you get 4 different Scarabite notes. Different as in each Scarabite note has to say something different when you examine it. Trust me, I actually tried it with duplicates that had the same examine text, and they wouldn't let me continue the quest. The monsters you can kill include the zombies and the skeletons to the north, mummies to the west by the agility shortcut, and the locust lancers in the swamp to the southeast. I'm not sure if killing different things increases your chances of getting different notes, but you can definitely try it. It's not like there's much of a difference between the difficulty of each monster anyways. When you get the 4 Scarabite notes that you need, click on them to copy them to a log. When you've copied the 4 different Scarabite notes to the log, talk to lead archaeologist Abigail to get a key. Once you have the key, go all the way north and enter the stairs to most north dungeon. Use one of your logs on the furnace, then talk to Clay Golem and select the chat options right on screen. By the way, you're about to do what could take multiple attempts, and each attempt requires 2 logs. Whenever you restart attempt, you have to come back to this part where you talk to Golem. Where you put the logs in the furnace first, then talk to Golem. There are also 3 more logs in the storage box, but that doesn't really help too much if you suck at this. So this next part is the part you can mess up on because it's timed and you can fail things. So I highly suggest actually watching the video first before doing it. But what you're supposed to do is when you're ready, use the logs in the furnace to light it again. Your time runs out when this fire disappears, and you have to go back to the part where you talk to Golem again. Anyways, you now have to complete the 4 rooms to the west. 3 of the rooms are pretty self-explanatory. The room in the southeast, you just walk in and pull the lever. It's possible to fail at just pulling the lever, by the way. Unfortunately, it's based on luck. The room in the northeast, you just walk across the walkway and pull the lever. It's possible to fail at just walking across the walkway. Unfortunately, that's also based on luck. The room in the northwest, you just kill the giant scarab and pull the lever. Only way to fail this is if you die, which you shouldn't because the fight is actually really easy. Then there's the room to the southwest. This is the one that takes some explaining and will take up most of your time. When you investigate the mysterious mechanism in the middle of the room, you'll see a board with 36 runes on it facing down. You have to figure out what rune is each by flipping them over, and then you have to match them in sets of 3 by flipping over the 3 runes that match at the same time. When you flip them over to figure out what is what, you have to take note of what each rune is, either by remembering it or preferably writing it down, because the amount of tries that you get are limited, so you can't just keep flipping them over and guessing repeatedly. You have to guess at first, obviously, but, don't waste tries guessing when you already flipped one over. But anyways, when you're ready, use a log in the furnace and get started. After completing all 4 rooms, go west to the room in the very northwest corner, talk to the High Priest of Scabaras, and select the chat options right on screen. Okay, honestly, this part is really confusing. I'm not sure if it's glitched or something, but I've done this quest a total of 3 times across 10 years that I've been playing RuneScape, and I have ran into this problem every single time, and I still haven't figured it out. Basically, the High Priest has memory lost, and they make you repeat chat options, and sometimes the conversation just starts all over from the beginning, and you're just only supposed to kill him twice, but maybe sometimes more than that. It just doesn't make any sense. So written on screen is just what I did specifically, and it worked for some reason, but if it doesn't work for you, just try cycling through the chat options I have written on screen, or try picking some of the other ones. I've actually tried checking other guide sites. Their instructions don't even really match what I did, which confuses me even more. However, there's only so many chat options, and worst thing that'll happen is that you have to fight them repeatedly, but it's a pretty easy fight. You know when you can move on to the next part if you check your quest log and it tells you to report to the High Priest of Sophanem. If you're using a Pharaohs Scepter, you should now have 1 charge left. You don't have to recharge it, but you can take this opportunity to do so if you want to. So you can go to the bank, get whatever artifacts you need to recharge it, unless you already have it on you. Teleport to Pyramid Plunder, which is the first option on it. Right-click the Guardian Mummy at Pyramid Plunder, choose Recharge Scepter, and select the chat option for whatever artifact you're using to recharge it. To continue the quest, you have to go to Building Circle in yellow and Sophanem anyways. If you're using or use your Pharaohs Scepter, teleport to Pyramid Plunder, which is the first option on it. Once again, it will take you to Building Circle in green, just exit and go south. You can also take a magic carpet from Polvanich to Sophanem, or use Medfield's Lodestone if you have that unlocked, and go through the bridge east of it. You have to talk to the guard in the middle at the bridge to get through. Talk to the High Priest, and that'll be the end of the quest. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, remember to like, favorite, and subscribe if you haven't already. Catch you later. Peace.